Hello, everyone, and welcome to a very special edition of Get in Tune. I am here at the Spider's Web, located at 887A Yonkers Avenue in Yonkers, New York. We're right across the street from the casino. And I'm having a great time today, and just quickly show you this awesome store here. All right, hope that went well. Yeah. I just took myself off, didn't even realize. So I'm here today. The reason I'm here today is because my two friends, James Lyons and Christian Di Matteo, who's been on the show a bunch of times, and they're the founders of Containment Breach. Fugitive Poems. Containment Breach is their book. Here it's Containment Breach, Myth Reborn. This is their second anthology, and they're here signing it today. And let's turn the camera over to them. I'm having a great time hanging out with them. So let's make sure they're both in the screen here. There we go.
Up,
sorry,
guys? Ladies and gentlemen.
This angle is making me look.
I'm
extra
sorry.
short.
Let me.
There you go.
Let me fix that right there. There we go. And if you guys
Should we
see,
get you a stool?
Yes, please.
if you guys see comments, let me know. It's going to be hard for me to look at it this way.
Oh, that's true.
Evan's right
Evan's
there.
on already.
Awesome.
Evan Knapp.
Evan Knapp, the man himself.
So first of all, how you guys doing today?
Good
Good.
disembodied voice of Michael Gracia.
First of all, thank you guys for letting me come on here. You come to the store and do this live. Let me get my water. I don't know if that's.
Thank you for doing the show. I mean,
Yeah.
This is really exciting.
Anytime
To be on with you while we're here.
Yeah, I'm as you guys know, I'm a huge fan of what you guys do. I'm a huge fan of both of you, and I'm loved that I'm here for your first official signing.
Fugitive Poems
This
first
is
signing.
Yes.
Spider's Web. Yonkers.
Yes.
Come see us.
Hometown.
Yes.
My hometown. This
Yeah.
is crazy exciting for me.
Yeah.
When we brought the books for Paul Barrero, owner of this unbelievable establishment, and I was being all like business professional, and he puts the books on the shelves while I'm talking, and I'm like, well, blah, blah, blah. I was like, tears in my eyes. I'm like, I'm going to go be totally unmanly somewhere else. This is my hometown. My dad had his company a few blocks south of here. I was in this area all the time. We used to come to the Yonkers Raceway for the annual big Westchester County Fair where someone got shot at least once every year. And this is amazing. It's amazing to be here and to start it out. And I can't thank Paul and Andrew enough for having us here. First signing in my hometown is like.
That's fantastic.
And you're a Yonkersite.
Now I am.
Yeah,
I grew up in Mayapack, New York, but now
Which
is where James grew up.
Yeah.
And now
come full circle.
Yeah.
And my mother is from Yonkers. She went to Roosevelt High School.
Really?
Down here, and my dad's from the Bronx. We used to go. Do they still got horses over there?
No, just slot machines.
Yeah.
That's how long it's been since I've been down here. We used to go every year to the Westchester County Fair and watch the trotters and stuff.
Shoot somebody.
Occasionally.
That's what Mayapack broke to Yonkers.
So first off, before I get into any major questions, how does it feel, having customers come to your first live sales, your first in-person appearance? How does that feel for you guys?
It's really cool. This is finally starting to pay off. We've been doing this for trying to figure out as we go, trying to make it work. It's things are starting to come together, which is really cool. We finally have a real product that we can hold in our hand and say, this is what we've done. And we've showed this to people even outside of the comic world, and it's really cool to be able to say, okay, here's our product and this is what we're selling. And it's cool here to have the sort of local population come in and show us some love down here. It's really cool.
Anything you want to add to that before
I mean, all of that. One of the cool things about being on your show, the number of times we've been on, is that people are getting to watch Fugitive Poems grow. I mean, right? I mean, this is happening. We got stuff coming out in the next 2 years. We've got a lot coming out.
So you're already planned out for 2 years.
Yes,
Okay.
We've got a lot coming out in the next 2 years because this company has become something big. And when we first started talking to you, I'm looking off screen because the great Michael Gracia is over there. Now, no, I mean, I wanted people to know. I wish you were on screen. This is a good idea. Now I'm going to be talking directly to the audience, going to creep them out. But now here we are. We're at our first signing. People are buying our products. We got stuff in the works. We've got our first graphic novel in the works. We got more coming on. We're going to be at Terrificon in Mohegan Sun in July, the end of July. We're going to have a corner booth there. We're working with some really cool people. And to have you here at this signing is like the next step of this journey. We're going to get to document the rise of fugitive poems through Get in Tune, which is really cool.
That's awesome. And I plan to walk Terrificon this year. So I'll stop by. Maybe we'll do a little short on my phone or something.
Yeah,
that'd be excellent.
That's up at the Mohegan Sun up in, what's the name of that town there? Uncasville, I think.
Is it Uncasville?
I don't remember.
There's two big casinos up in Connecticut. Easy to find. Basically, the town. It's actually on the reservation. So
I'll tell you right now. I've actually done Terrificon in the past. It's a great show. It's fun, but it's big.
Yeah.
It's at least I don't know if they're in the still same venue area from the casino, but it was huge. Like just walking the thing.
Yeah, we're excited about that one. Plus we're staying in the casino for 3 days, so it's going to be a blast.
So make sure you go to the show.
Yeah.
Don't get stuck at any of the bars or.
Yeah, that's the concern for I don't know about you on this. I'm not a gambler.
Yeah.
Only with my life regarding food and alcohol. But yeah, no, the casino is not a temptation for me because the idea of gambling with my money, honestly, I don't know if anything scares me more. But spending it recklessly on food and drink, I am completely fine with.
Speaking of gambling, with your money, I mean, you guys are doing this and it's paying off. So anytime you do comics or anything creative, it's a gamble.
Yeah.
And you guys are totally succeeding. Now, if you guys haven't watched it at home, you guys. I did an unboxing when I got the book. And this book, not only is it fantastic in stories, art is gorgeous, the production value is amazing, the cover feels great, the interior pages, I mean, just I want the audience to know. And also, by the way, they're here till 7 p.m. at the Spider's Web. And so if you guys come down, you can get a copy of the book. They will sign it. They also have other stuff on their table for sale. They got are these free?
No, those are postcards that we're selling of bits from the book. We've got if Casey and Kevin and all the awesome people at the Jam are out there, Jack Van Thom, thecomicjam.com. We talk about them all the time. We are members of that amazing group, and we publish our work on there. And here we have printed out 2 of our one-pagers.
Oh, that's from you guys.
Right.
Sorry.
2 of our one-pagers from the Comic Jam. And if Fern is out there, Fern, check this out. We got Eric the Viking. Eric, if you're out there, inspired this. The Comic Jam, we've been doing all these. Fern Lamb, by the way, I don't know if I said that, is the artist on that. All these amazing things with the Comic Jam, and we've got a bunch of cool stuff that we printed out.
Cover.
This is the alternative cover from Jack Van Thom. It's the old. We never did it as an actual cover. It's the alternative cover poster, which is so ridiculously cool. And we got our posters here. We got the cover poster here.
Jack's in our book too.
Jack Van Thom is a machine who is also ridiculously talented. And this is his story in our book, written by Nicholas Doan, who just successfully funded the Kid and the Ripper. Go check it out. Go to @ShockerBatman on Twitter and tell him that you don't care that the Kickstarter ended. You want to copy the book. And Kevin Lintz lettered that comic. And Kevin Lintz is the master of visual sound.
That's awesome. You
So
guys.
we got Joe Ryan.
Yep.
Tuning in. Congrats on your success. Thank you, Joe.
Yep.
We got
Martine.
Sister Martine. Can't wait to come down and see the signing.
We'll be there soon.
And we got customers. How are
we got
you?
a gentleman here. Hello.
Hi, we're doing a live stream right now. If you want to take a look at stuff and
absolutely, we're signing our books.
They're doing signing of their book, Containment Brief.
Heather was really excited about this, by the way, looking behind. But my sister took a picture of the
Oh,
screen.
the bowl of money?
Yeah.
My sister took a picture of the screen and it says, "Look at these 2 old men on my screen." So, thanks for that. young and hip. I don't know what you're talking about.
So, hold on, sorry, I'm just gonna want to make sure he has room to walk.
No.
So this has been a long time coming for you guys. You had a successful Kickstarter, which you guys did great. You lost some of your hair on it, right?
I did a little bit. I don't lose hair; it just goes whiter and whiter.
I'm the one who loses the hair, obviously. But yeah, so
it was intense, man. What a thing to do! It was intense.
it was,
And my OCD, Kickstarter is a thing when you have OCD because it's constantly tracking. So I'm just like, I'm not going to look right now. I'm going to look right now.
and that's my fear of running a Kickstarter is I have that issue too. I'm going to be looking, why didn't anyone donate? No one back.
Well, and then you go through these long periods of nothing.
Yeah.
And then there's a burst of something and you're like, it's happening. And then it stops again. I mean, it totally screws with your head.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, the last night we funded, and I'm so hugely grateful for this. We funded in 36 hours, which if we hadn't, I probably would have had a stroke.
Oh, Kieran just called us elderly.
Is that more polite? It seems worse somehow. And we funded in 36 hours, so at least we didn't have to worry about that. But we did these stretch goals, right? And I was worried for 36 hours. Yeah. But we had these stretch goals and all that. The night before it was going to end, it was 12 hours till it ended because it had started and it ended at 7 a.m. in the morning. And I forced myself to go to bed. We had a $7,000 stretch goal, which we missed by hold on, I can do this, $61.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And by the way, I found
close.
out someone just contacted me that, like, I didn't get my book. I'm like, I sent them all out. Their order didn't go through, so I sent it to them separate. But we would have been $30 closer. So that night we were that close, and I said, well, it was less than that. I said, I'm going to bed. And I woke up in the morning and I showered without checking yet. I got ready. I got my tea and I went. And we hadn't made the 7, but it didn't matter because we had done so well. But I had to force myself not to stare at it. It's intense.
And this was your first Kickstarter.
Yeah.
So and you really went over on your
177% funded.
Yeah.
Which I'm not good at math, but I remember someone telling me it's impossible to be over 100% of something. I'm just accepting it.
But yeah, so you guys, and actually that was something I did want to.
We're up there.
Oh, cool. So
that's gonna brain screw me completely. I'm on a screen up there right now while I'm talking.
And just so you know, there's a 10-second delay between this and that, so that's gonna really.
This is gonna be what finally breaks me.
But the Kickstarter is
You're gonna go into a loop.
is something I wanted to talk about. I don't want to go into a lot of detail about it because we did discuss it already when you made your appearance on the show. But for and I'm just doing this kind of as a review for people who haven't watched the past shows, which that's crazy. If you haven't, please go after this and rewatch any of my shows, especially the ones with Fugitive Poems on there. They are fun. It's actually some of the most fun I've had on my show.
We have a great time on your show, dude.
I love chatting with you guys.
And we actually drank for all the other ones, so we're even funnier.
Yeah, that's right, because you guys were home, so you had access to it.
And you guys got it. He's not on screen right now, so I'm going to say you got to watch all of Michael's. Michael is getting these incredible guests from all. He's got people just starting out, people established, people you never heard of, people that you've always heard of. You gotta go and watch all. This is a great show. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors, former lovers, tell them this is worth getting back in touch with them for. Michael Gracia, Get in Tune.
Thank you.
Tell your ex.
I really appreciate that. So getting the Kickstarter together, what was that like for you? The preparation, putting it up. I know you kind of talked about the nervousness, but putting it up, making it, and then shipping it, like getting it all together, and it is a lot of work. It's a lot of commitment. And I've seen a lot of Kickstarters succeed. I've seen a lot of Kickstarters fail. Yeah. For a first time out, you guys successfully funded, you said, within 36 hours, which is amazing.
Yeah.
So what was that like, the whole experience from beginning to the final shipment for, and both of you can take it, whoever wants to start.
So it was, I spent a lot of the time assembling the book together. So Christian was most involved in the Kickstarter aspect, promoting us on Twitter and so forth. And I was, you know, I'd made Delphine, and then I kind of started working on the layout of the book.
Delphine is our story in the book, our big one. We've got 2 1-pagers, but that's our big contribution.
And so it was harrowing until we funded, and then it wasn't so harrowing anymore. Then it became very exciting, and we were like, yeah, we did it.
We're also idiots. They're like, well, we funded, but
You don't
it's
even
not
say that
happening.
on camera.
It's
You don't even tell everyone on camera.
It's not.
You're
wait,
like live here.
in the last 4 hours, nothing's happened. Oh, I don't know. My wife is like, what is with you two? You did great. She's like, can't you two be happy? And the answer to that is no.
And this is
We're
story.
getting happier.
And I got to tell you, I haven't read the entire book yet. I've read bits and pieces, but everything that I've read in there, I've enjoyed immensely.
I'm so proud of James and I for what we did putting this together. I am overwhelmingly proud of the contributors.
Yes.
The stories in here are, I've gotten so many anthologies, and you know that 50% of them are going to be meh. The other 50% of the stories are going to, maybe 25 are going to be good, and then 25 are going to be great. I believe we have a book here separate from ourselves that is 100% awesome. Every story, very different flavors, right?
Yeah.
It's not the same thing at all,
Yeah.
but each one you're dipping into a new world, and the work that was put in by the writers, by the artists. I am so proud to be part of this.
Yeah.
That all these people were in.
And
It's unbelievable.
And it's 17 stories in there, correct?
Yeah, 17 stories from 37 artists from around the world.
Yeah, I heard
around
you
the world.
telling someone earlier, you have people from India.
Yeah, Sahith. If you're watching, Sahith S. Tiger, the man himself, who worked with Sammy Ward, an artist in Britain.
Mhm.
That's something you would talk about Kickstarter. Remind me to talk about shipping internationally.
Yeah.
That's what Kieran's commenting on my white hair. That's where some of that came from, is figuring that out. But we've got people from Venezuela, we got Peru. The talent is incredible, and these are people who haven't been caught up before.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad that we get to help present them to the
And
world.
that's one of the great things about the digital world we live in. You know, I know a lot of people. I speak to a lot of people from social media artists, and not most, but a lot are in other countries. You know, I talk to people in Spain a lot.
Mhm.
There's a couple of artists out there, and I'm blanking on their names. But you know, I started following them because people on my show were hiring them for their Kickstarters, like for their books.
Yeah.
I'm like, there is so much great work out there that being in America we don't get to see. And I'm thrilled that you guys are able to bring this international.
I'd say more than one of the styles in there really shows that European style as well as the American style.
Yeah.
Pierre Rosette, who's from
yeah.
France, did this, and he does it. He really talks about that when you talk to him, that he's working on combining the American style with the manga style with the European sensibilities.
Yeah, we do have some real manga looking stuff.
This is
Pierre.
Pierre Rosette.
Now, let me ask you: does he speak English?
Yes,
Very
he does.
well. Then he has to be someone you have to connect me with to get on the show.
Oh, absolutely,
You
Pierre.
can
You hear
actually-
that? He worked with actually.
We interviewed Pierre, and he's up on Fugitive Poems YouTube site.
Go to Fugitive Poems YouTube site, and you have to do something massive for us. You have to subscribe, because when we get to a certain number, we can change the name of our channel from 0Z752 to Fugitive Poems. This is all I want. But also, there's amazing interviews on there. We interviewed Pierre. So here's the cool thing. You want people on your show?
Yeah.
Jeffrey Barant, if you're listening, Jeffrey and Pierre Rose did the last fade. I never know where the camera is. Did the last fade together, and they are working on a super secret. I'm saying this again on purpose. A super secret project. The last time I mentioned that on Twitter, they put up an image from it. So
really?
you want to have them on together, and maybe you can get an exclusive on this.
I will be happy.
It's very cool. He's one of the guys, and then there's Eros Lima Dinardi.
And did we start that relationship?
Yeah,
between
no,
those
they
two?
had never met.
That's
So
awesome.
we match made everyone in the book.
That's fantastic.
Almost everyone.
There's one
So
team came together.
Jay Sheik and JL Collins and Marissa Brignall and
Leland Bjerg.
Leland Bjerg were they came to us as a team, but most everyone else we kind of actually stuck people together, and we actually stuck people together more on styles and writing style and so forth, more so than okay, these people are in this country and let's put them there.
Yeah.
We didn't really take that into consideration. So it was really cool that we were able to forge all these different relationships, which was really
And a bunch of them are going off and doing stuff together, which is really cool. This is Eros Lima Dinardi, and he does not speak English, which is why I didn't interview him. He was I don't speak Spanish, but I wanted to try, but if I get enough liquor in me, I can speak any language. But the color he did, this is Marcelo Biot.
Okay.
Marcello, sorry, Biot. This is his work. And this is written by Dino Caruso in Canada. And we put them together, and the work that they did was unbelievable. I want this. His first page. I want this as a poster. Look at that.
Yeah, I was looking at that.
Isn't that gorgeous?
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Right? And these guys, they all hit it off. These people in there all hit it off so well. This is one of talking about a beautiful, wonderful human being, C.S. Garcia Martinez. Talk about a unique style. And this is a story with Azim Lyons, who is a comic jammer, and Azim out in Chicago there. No, Azim is in, I'm wrong. Azim is not in Chicago. He's in Philly. Azim, I forgot. I was going to shout you out, and I screwed up your hometown. But this is C.S. Garcia Martinez. And C.S. is working on something that, wow, we've seen it. I mean, it's a whole other level of style. But these people, these folks, Jeff Humanick worked with here it is. Rob McDonald is in. Look at that.
You know,
and they're across the planet from each other.
You know what I like about listening to you? You guys know the names of everybody you've worked. You're not like sitting here thinking, and you've made not just these teams together, but you've made friends with everybody. And you know, knowing you two, I think that's why a lot of people want to work with you. And you know, the book came out so well because you guys have a great working relationship that you know, just these guys see you two on here. I mean, it's like you've been friends forever, you know, and having that, it's like having good, strong leaders.
Oh, yeah.
This is my favorite store ever. Oh, oops. Not sure how this happened. You want me to start speaking in tongues? Oh, this is Barclays. I mean, there's no glass here, so I'm going to have to take it to the head.
Oh, you might have to finish your water first.
We might just have to upend that.
Oh, Paul, I love you. Paul Barrera, owner of the Spider's Web, Yonkers, 887A, Yonkers Avenue, across from
Spiderweb.
The Spider's
The
Web.
weather's crappy, but come see us.
Come on out. Come on over. Yeah. Come and hang. We'll have a great time.
Warm.
So you said that we're not thinking about the people in the book. I have a policy to think as little as possible. So
No, I said you guys are a great team. That it's like having a strong leadership at a company where when you have strong leadership, everybody wants to do well and succeed. I think you guys bring that to the people that you surround yourselves with.
We got to give a shout out to our senior editor,
you read my mind.
Mark Capitelli. He really helped
Cheers.
us bring this together. His
Paul.
You just got one, Paul?
With the
I'm saying for James, not me.
what's Mark saying that we like? He comes with an open mind, but then after he hears your storyline, he kind of holds you to your own story and kind of holds you to your own quality level.
Open mind to whatever your concept is. Closed mind once you're working on it. You said you were doing this. Let's make sure that happens. Mark,
he came in not late, not early, but not late either. We kind of got him in when we got a little overwhelmed with the editing process, and he came on and really helped kick some ass and just keep that quality really high. And I got to say, I'm so proud of this book. We've sat and we've looked at a lot of indie title anthologies, and this kicks the shit out of them. This is high quality stuff. Sorry, family.
My mother is so offended right now.
High quality stuff here.
Sorry, Mom.
And I'll put this up proudly, and it is up here.
Yeah,
it's right up here with the DC comics and stuff, and it's there's
Marvel.
There's no and DC.
Yeah,
There's
mostly
DC,
Marvel
right?
though. Yeah,
Yeah,
we mentioned the
DC,
Marvel.
Well, I will say this.
Spider-
You also
got a
had
DC right here.
you also had your first book here, the limited amount that you
Cheers,
printed.
Struths.
You had the limited amount that you printed, but it was up on the shelf and it's sold out today here.
Limited edition first print of Containment Breach Volume 1 sold out at the Spider's Web today, and they left signed, by the way.
Yes.
Because where you come here, we sign usually our names, sometimes other names. Who knows what we're going to sign now? But come down and find out.
If he gets enough of that, he'll start writing poetry.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll write my next novel on the inside cover. The editing process, working with these teams, was one of my favorite things, and I was nervous about it, just time-wise, you know.
Yeah.
It was like the best part of my day. I'd get an email from one of the teams, and he'd be like, "We got a new draft of the script. What do you think?" And I'd send back with some of my thoughts, and they'd send. We'd go back and forth, and we got Mark in because there was so much going on. Everyone wanted. It wasn't a, "Hey, I did it. Here it is."
Yeah.
Everyone wanted to be involved, so we pulled Mark in. Mark Capitelli. If you need your comics edited, come to me first. And no, go to Mark Capitelli. He's on. I mean, his because he does the.
You're not stealing them from us, though.
No. He does the words, he does the visual, he understands how the whole thing works. And watching him work with the teams while I was working with teams, this is the most fun, labor-intensive thing I've ever done.
And what's really cool is he compliments our mania. Like, he kind of drags us back to reality sometimes.
Yeah.
Because me and him will get all crazy, and then he'll come up with a totally different view. Like, oh, right, exactly. That's what we should have been thinking the whole time instead of our mania. So,
yeah, no, we get into like these spats about this little detail, and Mark is just sitting out for a little while, and hey guys, we could just do blah, and we're like, listen, you keep. Oh no, that's right, that's the way to go.
And it sounds like someone I need to know.
Yeah, my wife, by the way, Heather, also serves this function for us. She's like, "I see you two debating this thing. Can I just throw this out there?" And we're like, "Yeah, that's the way to go." Thank you, Heather. I love you. Hello, Dashel, Zachary, and Ariel.
So someone just paid me a compliment. So I remind them of Alan Moore. I guess it's the beard.
Oh, that's a huge compliment.
Yeah, Alan Moore, that is a compliment. But also, just speaking of that, do you remember Alan Moore was the one I told you that the writing people reminded of your writing?
I wasn't going to say it because I'm still shy about that compliment.
Yeah.
But you should say it loudly.
I will say this. You do, especially when you come on my show and it's you don't have all those lights on. It's very dark. That's like an Alan Moore photo just right there. And I do think of that every time.
Yeah, I'm all my skin is itching in here. And I might start smoking soon if I don't get some suntan lotion on.
But just speaking of Alan Moore, to give the Christian Alan Moore story, a few years ago, I think it was like 2015, I was working with a company called Pronto Comics. We had a 24-hour comic book challenge, which happened right at this store. It was one of the two stores we were part of. And Christian submitted writing, and they what was funny is they didn't believe he wrote it in such a short time.
Who's driving?
And they
both of us.
and they
we got hours.
So Yonkers Police Department's going to show up through the door. Okay, you guys ain't going anywhere.
We're not driving for hours. This is Paul's fault.
They rejected his script because they thought it wasn't done in a short amount of time, and you literally wrote it in like less than a day.
Well, now I don't claim that anymore because he complains about how much work he has to do. Now I'm like, dude, it takes me 7 days to write one page, but no, I had written that script in about an hour and a half.
And they said it reminds he's like he writes like Alan Moore writes. He's like, okay,
nothing wrong with that.
I can't think of it. I mean, this is
one
of my absolute heroes.
That's like Christians, like he talks about him like he's talking about Jesus.
It's the beer.
So do you want to
knock myself out on
this?
Do
you want to yell about the comic world right now?
I mean, take my name off. No, put my name on everything. If there's a movie check involved, change it. I don't have that kind of pride at all. Now, I
love that integrity though. To say, take my name off. That's a piece of crap. Yeah. Take my name off it. I don't care about the money.
I hope one day to be rich enough that I'm comfortable doing that. I don't need this extra little bit. From Hell to this day is one of the greatest things I have ever read. It is, I would put it up with Great Expectations. I would put it up. It's pure literature. And I mean, Moore accomplishes that. It's astounding. It's astounding what he does.
He's a fantastic writer. I do find his writing a little dense in the sense of how much words he uses. And I mean, I love it. Don't get me wrong. I mean, Watchmen's up there, like the reprint of Watchmen's up on the shelves there, which was him. And
Watchmen.
But you look at that, was it League of Extraordinary Gentlemen? This stuff,
Brilliant.
That to me is my favorite of Alan Moore's stuff.
Oh, that makes sense because it's got the feel you like. That makes total sense.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing about him is he dips his toe into any pool and he's like, all right, so I'm dealing with this kind of genre. Here's the Alan Moore spin on that genre.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to do this. And that's League of Extraordinary Gentlemen is like that. And it's one of the greatest films ever. I can't say it. It's one of that movie broke my heart. I'm like, how did they get this out of that? And that's when he started taking his name off crap.
And it's and just speaking of Alan Moore, the last thing with League of Extraordinary Gentlemen is I'm a big fan of public domain. So those characters, like you literally can do a story, with any of those characters in there, Hyde or Captain Nemo.
Hyde the Licker, here comes the children.
So we got it. All right. What up, man?
Yeah. Hey, I just saw that my awesome little nephew Declan is laughing hysterical at me, which is pretty much the main thing I can offer family members. Declan, hello, I love you, Declan.
What's up, Decky?
Deck. And it's Paul that said that James looks like. There he is. Yeah. Paul, can we get Paul on camera?
Paul, come on in.
The man himself. Come on. There he is. Paul, he's still not there. You got to turn this.
Okay, sorry.
There we go. Paul Barrero, owner of the Spider's Web, badass comic fan.
Thanks for stopping by.
Provider of whiskey at inappropriate places.
Do I got you both in the shot?
No, just I'm there. It's all that matters.
Okay. I was pulled back like right around here. Tell me if it's
Yeah, we're good.
Okay. I just want to make sure. Yeah, turn it if you need it a little bit. So yeah. I'm sorry. I lost my train of thought.
The rule of thirds.
We're I've been laughing a little too hard.
My students who probably aren't on here.
Sabina just reported that my calling out of my nephew not only didn't please him, but he wants his regular TV off. So he's done with me, and he wants his shows back on Stinky the Garbage Truck or whatever it is he watches.
I didn't know the comments. Are you clicking?
I'm seeing them there. I know you can't tell by my white hair, but I can't see the comments that size from here.
It's very interesting because when I do this show on the computer, like when we're doing remote, like you're at your house, whatever, I have to actually click to have the comments come up. I don't know.
Oh yeah, no, they're just appearing there.
They're scrolling through in here.
Yeah, that's it. Like they'll show on the side.
Who's Chewy? So who's Chewy? I feel like I should know. X Chewy X1. Hello.
We do know that person.
We do, right?
Who is that?
Why is my brain not clicking on it? Oh, whiskey.
Yeah, maybe you should cut back.
Finish the bottle. I hear you.
Go next door, get a slice of pizza or something.
Exactly.
With the grease.
Exactly, and then an espresso with some sambuca, or anisette, I prefer.
So let's just we talked about a lot of the stuff here, and we're at what time is it now? So it's 6 o'clock. You guys will be signing for another hour. So if you guys are able to come on down, I don't want to go too long. So I want to. There are customers in the store.
We're going to start signing other books pretty soon.
Yeah,
we're going to sign just random books.
Absolutely, I'm Eric Larson now.
I'm pretty good at forging other people's signatures. So,
that's great that you admitted that on camera.
I used to do that. I used to do that on my report cards in high school. Forge my mother's name. And people used to bring their report cards to me because I could pretty much ape any.
Is that right?
Cards. Yeah.
Did you make good money off that? Or?
Nah, I never paid. I'm not much of a businessman.
No. This is the problem that we have is that we're two dumb artists, and we never remember to charge anybody for anything. Yeah. But if you come today, we are going to charge you, but we'll sign it, and he'll sign anyone's name you'd like.
In any style.
In any style.
I'll sign some Alan Moore books.
Let me ask you guys, and we'll end it on this because we've talked a bunch of times. I'm loving that people.
Oh, it's Cats. He was already here.
Oh, Cats was here. I knew that.
This is like his friend of like what?
My entire life.
Yeah,
pretty much
his entire life.
Yeah, I've known Cats since I was in like 3rd grade.
So
he's already been down here with his beautiful daughter,
Charlotte,
the beautiful redheaded daughter.
Nice
yeah,
I met him.
Yeah, Dave Katz.
I like him.
Love Dave.
Yeah, great guy.
Hello, Miriam.
So going around, you've been here for a couple hours now. Have you guys seen anything that interests you in the store?
Hold on one second. Did this young man make his own comic?
Yes.
Does he want to show it on a live show? He doesn't have to.
You guys,
That would be
we're
awesome.
live right now.
Yeah, dude, let's do it.
He's like, no way.
Mike Gracia made us a star.
You'll be world known.
Do you want to do that? You don't have to, but you're welcome
You
to.
don't have to, but you're welcome to.
You want to show your comic live on the internet?
Can I look? I actually kids had a birthday comic. Can I show it to them?
They would like it, though.
We don't have to. Let's.
Yeah.
But no, if he's not cool, it's cool. If he's not chill with it, it's cool.
Maybe. It would be fun. They'd like it.
He's a private individual.
It-
There's
It's okay.
nothing wrong with
Artists
that.
No worries.
in our own head. We don't like to.
No, it's totally cool,
Yeah.
dude. That's amazing that you made your own comic. Keep doing it. Let me see.
Oh yeah, look at that, man.
That art is
at it.
amazing. What's your
Keep
name?
at it, man.
It's Tom.
If you don't
Tom?
mind, do you mind if we show it? Because you got my favorite character right there. That's Hot Rod.
Hey,
Or is that Rodimus?
hey.
That's Hot Rod, right? Or Rodimus? Rodimus, my favorite transformer.
Hot
Put
Rodimus.
it on, put it on.
There you go.
All right, here we go.
Go show
And his name is Tom.
He's Tom. Yeah.
Tom just walked into the store
You
with
can get on camera.
and Tom, what you're doing is not very different than what we're doing. We walked into the store with the comic we made and we're selling it. You're doing the same thing.
I assume you wrote this too.
Yeah.
Nice.
This is
Oh
great.
wow!
See?
I'm loving what I'm seeing here.
Pretty good, right?
Yeah, keep at it, little D.
You want to go on the seat?
Nice job.
Wow. And this is like Gen 1 kind of style
He
transformer.
likes the Generation 1 guys. Yeah.
You are good.
Look
We,
at this.
we have worked with guys who draw not even as good as this.
This is
And
great. And how
this
old
guy
are you?
looks.
Nice.
Look at-
Great.
Tom, your paneling is great.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is good layout, good paneling. You got a huge splash page at the
He's got
end.
he's got.
Oh my God, Grimlock right at the
Well,
end.
hold on. Well, let Tom get on camera here.
Yeah, come on in.
There he
There he
is.
is.
Hello, Tom.
All right.
Hold on, Tom. This is our card. When you got a full draft together, let us know.
Yeah, call us when you graduate high school.
There you go.
Thank you, guys.
Thank
Oh,
you.
this is so cool.
That
I
was
love it.
awesome. I love it.
You're going to be on here in a second. You can look at this.
Look at this. Look, there's okay, for those of you at home wondering why there's pause right now, there's a 10-second delay on a screen that's over there. It's the one that's exploding my brain. And he's waiting to see himself on the thing. There he goes.
All right. So,
Thank you, Tom.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah,
Thank
thanks,
you.
guys.
Thank you.
So just before we
And if
end-
you want a book that's completely inappropriate for him.
I made four other issues before I did this.
Is
Oh,
that
yeah?
right? Wait, that's issue 4?
Five.
5. So I can't
no
do
good at
math.
math.
I teach
Terrible
English for a
at
reason. So you've got an arc, a story arc going on?
Big story going, right? Yeah.
You know where it's going to go? You know the ending?
Nice.
that's all you need to know.
Tom, just keep doing what you're doing. This is how it gets done, man.
Yeah, keep at it.
Congrats.
That's it.
So,
Thank you, guys.
No doubt. Nice meeting you folks.
see you guys later. So I do want to wrap up, but I want to know what was interesting you in the store that you think you're either going to pick up or
So,
that.
Christian and I both thought the same wrong thing. I was like, wow, this is Judge Dredd and Harlequin, and we were corrected. But this cover really excited me here because I'm a big fan of Judge Dredd. This great artwork in here. I'm definitely buying this one. I love the oversized comic too.
Yeah, which what's the company that's doing that? I just blanked on the name. There's a company that's doing an oversized comic. This is DC. But there's
DC.
a,
I've decided that I'm a DC fan, and apparently he's a Marvel guy. So
I'm a DC guy
Spidey.
myself.
It's my man right here.
I
This is my man.
I haven't had,
I'm all Marvel.
you know, I never had a real in because I never grew up on comics, but I think
Read that as you will.
I'm definitely a DC guy. I think, if nothing else, because of Batman. But I'm excited for this one.
We go DC. Swamp Thing. I'm a Swamp Thing fan. I love Swamp Thing. This is what caught my eye in Paul Barrero's store, The Spider's Web, at
7A.
887A Yonkers Avenue in Yonkers, New York,
Yep.
greatest city in the world.
across from the casino.
Across from Empire State Casino, where they replaced horses with slot machines.
No more no more trotters, just slot machines.
That's
now.
right. Follow Me Into Darkness. This I got to talk to Paul about this. This hits me like an old-fashioned, ready Italian giallo. It's got the feel of the Italian horror comics, the giallos. I don't know anything about this. I saw this on
Oh,
the
wow.
stand,
Yeah, skeleton.
and I want in on this. This is like the kind of stuff that scares your parents. I'm down with this. This looks really cool. So I need to know more about this. It's from Behemoth, which is a death metal band. I don't know if it's any connection there, but this is what grabbed my attention because I'm not okay in the head.
I'm making a pile over here that I'm gonna buy.
Tom,
Bye,
thank
guys.
you. Thank you.
Bye.
We just got to say
Hey,
goodbye to
another
Tom.
CW guy.
Oh,
What's
what's
up,
up?
man?
How you doing? Hello, hello. There's more?
Thanks for coming, man.
This is the same one? Oh, this reminds me
I never had you in class, but I've seen you all
of
over in the hall.
Black Monday from Image, this cover, which I loved.
That's nice.
This is a nice cover. Yeah, no, this is some dark stuff. Look at this. Look at this.
That is great. You know,
Yeah.
it reminds
looks
me a
like
little bit of
print,
James Anatomy. You know, like when you do
print
like
stamps.
yeah,
James's anatomy, I try not to think
when-
about.
when he
You don't want to see too
draws-
much of that.
Talk about a horror.
You don't
No,
want
like
to see too
that
much of
one
that.
thing in the first Containment Breach book where you show the slice.
Oh,
of
it's
the
gone. I
face
can't
and-
show it.
I can get it. I have my copy if you want to see it.
That is chapter one
Mhm.
of our next project that's coming out. River, we're working on it right now. That's chapter one of River. So James, I came up with this idea of a guy getting his face sliced off, and James drew it.
It's-
And
it's-
that's the thing.
This is our comic book there, right?
This is the
Yeah,
new
yeah.
one, man.
Go ahead,
Check
take a
this
look.
out.
and
This is the new one.
oh, it's right up there in the top.
Yeah. There we go.
Let me do this. Here.
Yeah.
Careful.
But like when I look at your, this is someone, that book and this kind of master knowledge of the skeletal system. Like
Mhm.
that's what, when I said James Anatomy, that's what I meant.
Oh, that's what
It's
you meant?
illustration.
Okay, all right.
Yes.
James,
not my physique.
can
Yeah.
you tell the story of your son coming into the room when you were researching for that shot?
I'll
I don't remember that story. Did I
Well,
tell
you
that?
had pictures hung up like a serial killer all over the room
Oh, yeah, yeah.
of
I
bisected faces.
I think I'm definitely on the FBI watch list after researching some of this stuff. So I actually found a picture of a cadaver with the whole face cut off, frozen and in place. That's what I drew it from. I'm always a stickler. This is what takes me extra time with our artwork is I'm a stickler for details. If I'm drawing something, I want it to be right. If I'm drawing a type of pistol or something, I want it to look like that pistol. I want the action on it when it's being
This isn't
cocked
ours.
or fired. I want it to be accurate. I want, of course, anatomy to be accurate. It's just something I've always been obsessed with. Is I want to portray things as they are, as opposed to.
I have never worked with anyone like James. The detail he put, the backgrounds, the detail he puts in. It's to the point where when I'm writing, I'm aware of what I'm saying now because he's going to do it. I'm like, well, I don't want to because if he does it, if he's going to draw it, he's going to draw it like it exists. So he draws this picture, the guy getting his face sliced off. I've had allergies my entire life. I've told this story in your show before. And I know one of my sinuses bothering, my head's all screwed up. He shows me that picture and I'm like, the sinuses go up that high? No wonder I'm always so screwed up. They're up in the brain. I can't tell you how honored I am to work with James.
Tell them the story about the hallways with River.
I just write stuff.
So he puts his stuff in. So, as an artist, I will sit and I'll do like an overhead shot of the area that we're in. In this case, it's a futuristic, drug manufacturing plant. And so I'm trying to figure out from almost make a map of the area and stuff. So he'll write, okay, he runs into this hallway, he goes over here, and he does this and so forth. And there's a time machine involved. Containment Breach 1 and River, which is coming out. We'll probably have a couple of new issues of River for Terrificon. But regardless, the way that he wrote the story out, he actually had some things almost happening in the exact same spot in front of this vault door.
Who knows these things?
And it
He
was
just
like,
writes stuff.
I was like, the way you wrote this woman gets killed here, and then 3 feet later, this other action's going on. Because I actually sat and mapped out what he was talking about, and he obviously had not mapped anything out.
No. That's not how you said it.
Oh,
You gave me a
got a
lot
sale.
more credit.
All right, so here's a sale that we're
I'm going to do a live signing. Evan requested this way earlier, but you gave me so much more credit. James is like, all right, with the hallway that was in part one. This is what part of the hallway do you see this happening in? And I'm like, the hallway. And he's like, but all right, but this guy's body is over here, and where you're writing it seems like it's 3 feet away. And I'm like, the hallway. And he's like, well, have you mapped it out? Do you have a blueprint of the room? And this is going to be a shock to you. My response was, the hallway. I don't know. I just killed some dude. You draw it. What do you mean? Where is it? I'm like, I don't know. And he got me. Now I will draw like a rough blueprint out of the room.
You know, I've always drawn maps, like James was saying. It's something I was taught years and years ago. But you know, I started doing that actually.
Processing.
I forgot how old I was, but when you read The Hobbit, the first thing you see is
the map.
Yeah, and I was like, that is fantastic. So I used to
Tolkien was really good at that. Yeah. I mean, he really was thorough.
And since I read that, I was like, I got to plan out everything so I know where the heck I am in my stories. So the one I'm working on right now, my Dax Photon story, I planned out a ship, and then when it goes.
Watch your language on the show.
Yeah, thank you. I'm the only one who has a clean mouth on the show.
I'm doing good.
Yes,
for
you
me.
are.
For me.
I'm actually shocked, dude, but I'm thrilled. But yeah, no. So I plan out the ships. I plan out each location because I don't want to fall into that problem. I know, you know. And
where are we going to see Dax Photon?
Well, I will tell you this right now. Dax, I was hoping to release in May.
Okay.
But I'm on a couple of freelance projects right now. Nothing I want to talk about on the air, but I told you about some. I have to do that because of my deadline is in May.
Right.
So the plan is to release Dax.
Sorry, 1 second. Evan, this is James signing. I know you wanted to see it. There we go. Sorry, go ahead. Your plan is to release Dax.
Was supposed to release in May.
Okay.
But when I got these projects, I had to put that on hold. So when you're doing personal projects, you know, paying your mortgage comes first.
We know.
Yeah. And so the goal is to release 10 pages at a time now, monthly on Webtoon.
Okay.
And then afterwards, I have another 40 pages I'm going to draw. So it's a 60-page story, this one. And then there's a 40-page story. Oh, well, actually, short story. So it's 40 pages in total. And I'm going to collect that and put that as a book.
That's awesome.
So this is the book I'm hoping to have ready to go by the new year.
Okay.
I am also on a project with a friend of mine. I don't want to announce it yet, but we're looking to release that by September.
Awesome.
So we're doing. I'm busy. I'm keeping busy.
It's a hustle.
Yeah,
you got to keep working at it.
Yeah, and that's the thing. But you know, due to conditions and other stuff, sometimes things slow down.
Sure. Well, that's the nature of weekend warrior work, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And I mean, this is a big deal for us for it to have culminated because it's you got your jobs, you got your this, you got your that, you got your family, and you still manage to put something out, and that's awesome to do. That's very cool.
Fugitive Poems is not Weekend Warrior.
No.
We're going all the way.
That's right.
Come hell or high water.
That's right.
We are Fugitive Poems.
And we make comics.
And we make comics.
That's awesome.
Watch out.
And with that, I'm gonna wrap it up and end it. You guys, thanks for letting me do a live chat here with you guys.
Thanks for doing it. This was awesome.
I love it. Let me do my little closing, guys. We're coming back to me here. All right, guys, you're seeing my chin here. I want to say thank you to everybody who's tuning in. I had a really fun time. I'm going to hang out with them a little bit more. Remember, the signing's good until 7 p.m. tonight that you can come live, 887A Yonkers Avenue. This weekend, this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, if you're in the Boxborough, Massachusetts area, I will be at the Northeast Comic Con, and I'll be hosting panels with people like Keith Williams and talking about the Phantom and other heroes from the time.
Oh, cool.
I will be talking with Guy Gilchrist and Tim Jones about the comic strips in the modern era. I'll be talking with fantasy artists. I'll be talking with Tim Clark, the creator of the Boglins, and so much more. So come in. I'm live streaming everything. So if you can't make it, watch out for my live streams. I'll be with you guys all weekend. And on Tuesday, I'll be talking with a fantastic writer who is a historian and super knowledgeable about I don't know, comics, animation, everything, you name it. I'm looking forward to that. So I will sign off now. Thanks, you guys. I had a blast, and I will see you later this week. All right. And Joe, I will tell Keith. All right. Bye, guys.